Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 200 of WWE Universe Mode. Throughout the entire series history between WWE 13, 2k14, and now 2k15, we've hit 200 episodes, and to celebrate today, we're doing an extended episode of Monday Night Raw, and we're kicking it off with the big guy, the former World Heavyweight Champion, and he's giving an opportunity right now to take on this man, Daniel Bryan, who will get a second opportunity, as will Ryback, to qualify for the Elimination Chamber match. This could be the final spot in the chamber up for grabs, because later on tonight we will find out which championship Dean Ambrose will challenge for, either the WWE or World Heavyweight Championship, and whichever championship he decides to challenge for will determine the outcome of the Elimination Chamber matches. So, just to give you guys a quick reminder of what exactly happens if Dean Ambrose does decide to stay on SmackDown, what happens in the Elimination Chamber match for Monday Night Raw is that this match will be a number one contenders match rather than the championship being on the line. So it'll be a six-man Elimination Chamber match with the winner facing Seth Rollins for the WWE Championship at Wrestlemania. So there will be one more matchup on main event on the next episode that will determine the final spot, if that does occur. But if Ambrose does come over to Monday Night Raw, then the opposite will happen. Seth Rollins must defend his championship in the chamber at the Elimination Chamber instead, with this being the final spot. So that'll mean Triple H, Sheamus, Dolph Ziggler, and Roman Reigns will all be in the matchup. So the championship will be on the line. And for SmackDown, it'll be a six-man Elimination Chamber match with the number one contendership on the line to face CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship over at WrestleMania. So big matchup right now, determine potentially the final spot. Daniel Bryan had an opportunity against the former world champion Sheamus, and Bryan just wasn't good enough. Triple H defeated Ryback in the episode after the Royal Rumble. Triple H made a grand triumph return and defeated Ryback. But I also want to go back to that episode as well, where we saw Ryback talking a bit of smack about Daniel Bryan and how Daniel Bryan did not deserve to face Seth Rollins at the Rumble for the championship. So this is an opportunity for Bryan to get a bit of revenge, a bit of payback. And we also saw Daniel Bryan take out Sheamus viciously. I don't know what exactly got into Daniel Bryan's head, but after his loss against Sheamus, he decided to attack Sheamus by kicking his head right into the steel ring post. It was brutal. I don't know what forced the attack on by Bryan, but a lot of people have been wondering, what's Daniel Bryan's status? Is he still with us, or is he now turning his back on the fans? I'm not exactly sure what Daniel Bryan is doing. I don't even think Daniel Bryan knows what he's doing either. I think Daniel Bryan's still trying to decide his future. I think he's just a man who's frustrated, a man who wants an opportunity, a man who wants to be the champion so badly he'll do whatever it takes to do it, but he just cannot win. I mean, no matter how many times Bryan has tried to get himself into the top spot, he just keeps getting pushed out, and when he finally got an opportunity at the Rumble, he failed. And now when he had a second chance to get in the chamber, he also failed. So I think Daniel Bryan is just growing very frustrated with himself and doesn't know what exactly is his next move. Whereas Ryback, well, he was also destroyed by Triple H. Not only did he go through a war, and what I thought, Triple H and Ryback, I honestly thought that might be one of the best matches we've seen here in Universe Mode. I loved it, and when we have our Slammy Awards after WrestleMania, I think that could be a certain big contender to win the whole Match of the Year award. But yeah, so after that hellacious war between the two of them, Triple H decided to beat Ryback up just an even little bit more. I mean, Ryback was trying to get stretch it out of here because he just went through an absolute war. Ryback couldn't get back to his feet. He couldn't walk himself out of the arena, so he had to try and get some help, got the stretcher out. But Triple H was having none of it, and he wanted Ryback to get out of there on his own 2 feet. Ryback obviously couldn't do it. Triple H attacking Ryback again just to get a bit of more emphasis on the situation between these two. I think there's a bit of bad blood between Ryback and Triple H still. Obviously, Ryback hasn't forgotten about what happened, and now Daniel Bryan perhaps trying to put Ryback away now. These kicks right into the chest of Ryback. Daniel Bryan doing well. Here we go. Big one right there. Down goes Ryback. Now the cover. Daniel Bryan gonna qualify for the chamber. Here we go. 2. He kicks out. Ryback still in this match, but for how much longer though? Bryan, big move. And takes down Ryback with that elbow, and now potentially looking for the running knee. Ryback is in a lot of trouble. Daniel Bryan coming after Ryback, went for the running knee, and Ryback countered. Ryback with the counter, evaded the knee, and stays alive. So just to finish it off, oh wait a minute, Hang on, hold the phone. Daniel Bryan in big trouble. Ryback countered the knee, went to the shell shock, and now the cover. Ryback's gonna win. He's going to the chamber. No! Daniel Bryan has kicked out. How did Bryan kick out of the shell shock? Wow. This match is still alive. Daniel Bryan went for the knee. Oh, kicks up. Here we go. Bryan still has plenty of fight left in him. I suppose Bryan was in control and Ryback hitting the shell shock has to do a little bit more than just hit the big move. Has to work down Bryan just a little bit more. And just to finish up what I was going to say that Ryback certainly wants some revenge for Triple H. So if Ryback does qualify for the chamber, that'll be a big opportunity for Ryback to get his hands on Triple H after the attack, after their matchup. And I just get the feeling that those two guys are not quite done yet. And Triple H and Ryback will still have plenty more to say to one another. And if they get the opportunity at the chamber to battle each other, that will be a hell of a match. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the future between Ryback and Triple H. I think that even beyond the chamber, I don't think those two guys are just quite done yet. Ryback's now had enough, gets back to his feet, takes down Bryan with a clothesline. Now what's his next move? Ducks under Bryan's attempted move, and oh, back body drop. Down goes Daniel Bryan. Ryback now, here we go, Spinebuster. Spinebuster to Daniel Bryan. Ryback heating up, huge Spinebuster. It could be it, and it is it. Daniel Bryan, his second chance is not a good one because Ryback has stolen the opportunity away from Bryan. Bryan went for the running knee. He couldn't connect. Ryback hit the shell shock. Bryan managed to stay in it, but it was after the shell shock that Bryan just could not really recover and get back his momentum. Ryback, using all his energy he had left, hit that beautiful sequence, followed up with a Spinebuster, and that was all she wrote. There was the shell shock earlier on. Here it was. Look at that Spinebuster. Bone rattling. There by Ryback. Not many men are going to kick out of that. And I suppose taking a page out of Triple H's book as well. Using the Spinebuster to get himself the victory. Ryback looks pretty confident there. Looks pretty happy with himself. A huge victory for the big guy to kick off tonight's special RAW Super Show. Of course, tonight there will be SmackDown Superstars as well as RAW Superstars on the show. And we'll have a big opportunity to get a look at everybody heading in towards the Elimination Chamber. And now it's time for our second match of the show. It's time to check in with the Divas. And here is our Divas champion, Emma. And Emma's dancing her way to the ring. Big smile on her face, and why wouldn't there be? She's been pretty good heading in towards the chamber. And I honestly think Emma has to be the favorite heading in. Tonight she'll face up against Nikki Bella, of course, at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view announced on the Facebook and the Twitter and on the website earlier on was the fact that there will be a matchup between Emma and Brie Bella for the Divas Championship. Brie cashing in her rematch clause. And I know there's a Nikki Bella and Brie Bella, the Bella entrance there. For some reason, my game hasn't got it. I need to edit that. I apologize. I think I did that last time and I never got around to fixing that up. So don't get me in the comments. You guys have been really up me at the comments in recent episodes, but yes, I have not got their entrance right. So yes, I understand that, but don't have a go at me in the comments. I need a reprieve. I need a breather after the Mysterio thing. I don't know if I can take too much. You guys were a bit too harsh on me. I'm glad we could all have a joke about it. In all seriousness, I'm glad we had a bit of a joke about it in the last episode. And I want to just say a quick thanks to you guys for being understanding about what happened last episode as well. What happened last episode is I wanted to do Kevin Owens and John Cena, but I changed my mind after reading your comments, and I went back and changed it to John Cena and Brock Lesnar instead, and not many of you guys were really upset about that, so I really do appreciate you guys for being understanding and being cool with that. I mean, I think that's pretty cool. I mean, I didn't, normally I like to have it all perfect, but that was one instance that I wanted to go back and change it, and I just needed to change that, so I'm glad I did fix that up. And what happened is Brock Lesnar low blow John Cena last episode as well. And of course, Kevin Owens will make his debut later on tonight on this show. He will be in a qualifying matchup against the Intercontinental Champion Jack Swagger, with the winner going on to take a place in the Elimination Chamber matchup for SmackDown. So Kevin Owens will have a huge opportunity, but he has to get through the Intercontinental Champion Swagger, who's been red hot. Actually, no, I wouldn't say red hot. I mean, he's been patchy, I think. I mean, last month, the month of January, he was red hot. But ever since winning the championship, he's been just losing a little bit. I mean, I think he lost to The Miz, and I don't know. I think just Jack Swagger's just struggling a little bit. I think Swagger, ever since winning the title, perhaps he gave everything he had to win in that match against Dean Ambrose, and I know he needed a lot of help to beat Dean Ambrose. He needed basically Zeb Coulter to hold his hand, and Zeb Coulter will be banned from the match later on. He has not been allowed to be ringside for Swagger's match against Owens, so that could play a huge part as well. So we'll have to wait and see how that one all goes down. But General Manager Edge decided he's not going to allow Zeb Coulter out there, just so it's a fair matchup, because he knows last time Zeb Coulter helped Swagger win the Intercontinental Championship very, very much so, and now he's going to try and give Owens a fair chance. But anyways, that's enough of that. We'll get into that when that comes along. Now it's the Divas on our screen. So, of course, Emma, she had a big opportunity at the Royal Rumble, and she took it. 6 Diva Battle Royal matchup at the Royal Rumble, and Brie Bella was defending her championship in that match, and Emma came away with the win. And I was quite surprised that Emma won. I honestly thought it was probably going to be Naomi. I think Naomi was my favorite, my pick in the pre-show that we had. I know Monda in the pre-show said that he thought Emma was probably going to be one of the favorites, and he was right. Emma did come away with the victory, and so it did surprise me. But in saying that, ever since debuting, Emma's been pretty solid. I mean, she's always been up there, getting some wins here and there, but not quite enough to get herself in title contention. She did enough to get herself a spot in that Battle Royal, and, well, that was all she needed. She was good enough in the Battle Royal to come away with the victory. But what I like about Emma, ever since winning that, she still continued her momentum here on Raws and Smackdowns and main events. She's been pretty good. She's been, for the most part, very, very good as a champion so far. I think I've got to say I'm pretty impressed so far with her. She's won most of her matches, so I think Emma has been pretty damn good. Brie as well, she's been good enough, I think, you know. Obviously, she has the rematch clause, so she needs to try and pick up some victories. So this will give us a bit of an idea of where we're at right now. Where's Emma at right now in terms of her title defense at the Chamber? It's a big, big opportunity for her to finally defend the championship. And we've talked about this before. We talked about this a lot in the pre-show, how the Divas Championship was very much a hot potato type of championship. Basically, every Divas had a run with the title, and it's because, you know, we've had a lot of multi-Diva matches, and our Divas champions have not been consistent enough. They've come away with a victory or gotten lucky at times, but there's never really been that one champion that's really set the division on fire. And I suppose AJ Lee, for the most part, was that in the beginning stages of the division, you know, last year, but now it's more so turned into Paige being our top diva. Now Paige is on the decline. Brie Bella stepped up, so she had the championship for a couple of months. Now Emma's turn. So Emma has a chance to win an Elimination Chamber and hold it to WrestleMania, and what will probably be a big, big matchup for Emma there to try and define her own career as she takes down at Nikki Bella. So a win here will certainly give us some confidence heading in, but you know Nikki's not going to give up. Nikki Bella's been a bit of the punching bag for the Bella twins at the moment. She's been losing majority of her matches. She's been struggling, and she's been. You have to kind of wonder what's it going to take for Nikki to kind of snap, because Nikki's just being treated on the side as nothing, whereas Brie's been, you know, the top dog here in the division. As Emma went for the pin attempt there, Brie getting herself involved. So this might be one of those matches where we do see Brie Bella getting involved to screw over Emma here to try and allow Nikki to pick up the win. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But at the moment, it's Nikki and Emma to the outside. Nikki stomping away on Emma, using the leg to try and take down Emma and keep her down. So big chance here, I think, certainly for the Divas. I mean, we haven't really covered too much of the Divas in the last couple of weeks. We haven't really covered much of anything other than the big Beat the Clocks and the Elimination Chambers, and I guess the US title as well. So I do apologize for that. We're going to make up for that in the next couple of episodes. We're going to touch in with our tag team divisions in the next couple of matches on today's show as well, because we have the huge #1 contenders match between the Ascension and Kane and Mark Henry coming up next. And following that, the Usos have issued an open challenge to any tag team in the WWE to come along and challenge them for a 2-on-2 standard tag team match. The titles won't be on the line, but a big opportunity to face the Usos here and get themselves some experience and perhaps have a chance at the champions. You beat the champs, well, you'll get yourself a title match at the Elimination Chamber, because we don't exactly know which team is going to be facing the Usos at the Chamber. At the moment, the Wyatt family is the team in the driver's seat, but any team can step up later on, and I have no idea who's going to be, so it's going to be very, very exciting to see who that is going to be. And Emma is down at the moment. Nikki perhaps probably going for the cover there. I thought she might try and get the arm on the chest of Emma. Emma got back to her feet before she was able to do it. Nikki and Emma back and forth at the moment now. Emma's going to try and put Nikki away here, sending her into the corner. Nikki with a counter though, kick right to the head of Emma. And a kick to the midsection there by Emma as well. Nikki against the ropes. Emma still striking away, but Nikki... No, Emma, the counter, taking down Emma. Oh, sorry, taking down Nikki with a leg sweep. And oh, come on. Brie getting involved again. And I suppose Nikki needs as much help as she can get to beat the champion Emma, who's been red hot like we've talked about. Oh, takes down Nikki there with an arm drag. Emma struggling. You can see she's used up a lot of energy here. And obviously, Brie getting involved, keeping this match going for her sister, has enabled Nikki to get a couple more opportunities here. And Emma's really just run out of gas here, thanks to the involvement of Brie. And now the rack attack. There it is. The rack attack. And this is going to be it. Nikki has pinned the Divas champion, but give the assist to her sister Brie, who continuously got involved in the match to make sure that this one stayed alive for her sister, and her sister was able to capitalize. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Nikki Bella picks up the win. Emma heads into the pay-per-view with a negative next to her name, a big L for a loser, and we all know the Bellas always like to do that big L sign, loser. Well, yes, Emma is a loser today because the rack attack was enough to put Emma away today. Brie got enough to distract and keep her sister in it. So there it is. The sisters celebrate. They're pretty happy with themselves as well. Both the Bella twins celebrating here. Brie in particular right here, but she knows a huge opportunity to try and win back her championship at the Elimination Chamber, as it will be Brie Bella going one-on-one with Emma. The title will be on the line. Who do you guys think is going to win that match? Let me know in the comment section down below. And we're going to get ready for our next big clash. It's going to be tag team action between Henry and Kane. And by the way, we're going to find out which name is going to be their official name. They're going to be coming up against the Ascension. Alrighty, so here comes Mark Henry now. And what's going to happen with their tag team name is I'm going to pick the 4 best names. And I'm going to put them up on a poll on the website, BrendenPlayz.com. You guys know it by now. There's going to be a poll up on the website, on the right-hand side of the page, on the front page. There will be a poll, and you guys can vote for which tag team name you like the best. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to pick my favorite 4. And I'm going to put them up on a poll, and you guys can vote for any one of those. And we'll leave that up until the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, and we will pick a name from that. So go check that out on the website right now. I just want to thank each and every one of you that did send in a tag team name. We had a lot of really good ones, but I have picked the 5 best ones out, so I will read them out in a moment. But we had an overwhelming amount of comments on the last episode of Raw, so I want to really thank you guys so much for sending in the names, because that was really cool. You guys were flooding in the comments on the last episode of Raw, so that was really, really cool. I really did like that. I thought that was pretty awesome. So I know CP off the forums, he wanted me to mention this, and I thought this was a bit of a funny name. I'm not going to use this one, but he came up with the name Melting Chocolate for Kane and Mark Henry. I didn't write down anyone else's names who did come up with suggestions. I know a lot of you guys suggest the same thing, but you know who you are. If you did suggest this name, you know who you are. So that's one of them, but I probably won't include that one because I reckon a lot of you guys are going to vote for that one, but I want Mark Henry and Kane to be a little bit more serious than that. So I just had a quick look then, and I've come along with 5 names. So we have the World's Strongest Monsters, Demons of Pain, Hell of Pain, so H-E-L-L, in case you can't understand, Hell of Pain. World's Strongest Demons, so we had 2 similar ones, it's either Monsters or Demons. I think I like Demons better. And Hall of Destruction. So all of those options will be up on the website, BrendenPlayz.com. Please go along and vote. That'd be really, really cool if you guys can vote. And I'll leave the poll open for like a week or something like that. And if Henry and Kane do win, that we'll see them at the Elimination Chamber. If not, then in the future episodes on Raw with their new tag team name, which I think would be pretty cool. we might get you guys to try and name a few other names in the future as well when we come along with some new tag teams. I think it's pretty cool that you guys can name some stuff. I like trying to interact with you guys a little more and give you guys some more options to do. So go check that out on the website and give that a vote. Which one do I like the most? I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I think Hell of Pain had the most requested name. I think that was the most requested. I think I saw that one the most. So I think I might like Demons of Pain the most. I'm not sure. I do kind of like all of them. So I'm going to leave it open to you guys. I'm not going to decide. So forget about what I say. Pick what you want. And it'll be on the poll on the website. So at the moment, it's Mark Henry slamming Connor down. And Henry going to try and drag him into the middle of the ring. So this is an interesting one. Henry and Kane have only been a tag team for a short while, but so far pretty good. I mean, I think they've got a lot of potential as a team. Very experienced, and they're definitely a veteran tag team. And two guys coming together that has kind of achieved a lot of great things here in Universe Mode. Mark Henry, former World Heavyweight Champion and former Intercontinental Champion. Kane, a former Tag Team Champion here in Universe Mode. So both guys are very well decorated superstars, and I think they have a huge future here in the tag team division. Obviously, Connor and Victor, they've been a tag team for a lot longer, so it's going to be a tough task here, and obviously one of the most dominant teams we've seen here in Universe Mode as a tag team. So they have a rematch clause, but unfortunately for them, they're not going to get it that easily. I mean, there's some other tag teams that have been trying to step up. The New Day are trying to get themselves back in the title picture. And obviously Mark Henry and Kane have been good enough to get themselves an opportunity here. So the Ascension have to re-earn their spot. They're not going to get it easy. And instead of having a rematch clause and straight away getting a title rematch, they have to go through Kane and Mark Henry right now, who did go through the New Day on last week's Raw to earn this chance to be in the #1 contendership matchup here against the Ascension. Mark Henry busted open now as Connor's going to roll him over, trying to pin the big man. Not going to happen as Kane does come in. So two huge human beings as a tag team, and a lot of experience and a lot of accomplishments. You'd have to say that's a recipe for success right there. So I think these two guys, Henry and Kane, could have a huge, huge future. And literally huge, because those guys are freaking huge. But it's going to be very, very interesting to see how they go. At the moment, it is Connor with Mark Henry there. And he's got Mark Henry against the ropes, but he hasn't been able to capitalize on Mark Henry against the ropes right now. And he's going to try and do it again, perhaps, as he's got Mark Henry by the head. We're going to try and throw him into the ropes. And now, perhaps, is he going to try and look to take advantage? No, Mark Henry able to get back away from the ropes now. And now he's going to be launched into the corner. And perhaps some tag team action might come into play now. Here we go. The tag. And, oh, launches him over. Uh-oh, wait a minute. This could be it now. This could be it. Setting him up for the Fallen Man. Fallen Man there by the Ascension. Surely. No, Kane comes along and interrupts the match. We've seen that one many a times, but Kane keeps it alive. Mark Henry and Kane still in it, and what a huge win this would be for Henry and Kane. I think given an opportunity at Cesaro and Kid, our current tag team champions, will be a big, big chance, because I think, you know, Kane and Mark Henry, you never know. On their day, they're good enough to beat anybody, and I mean anybody. So Cesaro and Kid, look out. I think I'd probably be nearly more worried about Kane and Mark Henry. If Cesaro and Kid were able to beat the Ascension last pay-per-view at the Royal Rumble, I would back them to be able to do it again. But obviously the Ascension have been very, very damn good. But I just get the feeling, if Henry and Kane get that opportunity, I just get the feeling Cesaro and Kid might just be exposed there to the power and strength of Henry and Kane that might be just a little bit too much to overcome. And now, there it is, Connor back in the ring again. Mark Henry's been isolated in this one by the Ascension for a while now. Henry has a chance, and he's not going to go for the tag. Instead, he's going to try and slug it out now with Connor. And he takes down Connor now. Opportunity to tag out. Uh-oh. Mark Henry, what's he thinking about? Here comes the splash! Big splash there by Mark Henry. Could potentially be putting him away. The cover now. This could be it. No, Connor kicks out comfortably. Henry trying to put him away and trying to win this one for his team. And oh, geez, what a belly to belly, showing his strength off. Here's Connor. Now again, Kane coming along though. He will break it up. So, big opportunity for this team right now. But you'd have to say Mark Henry, he's just struggling a little bit because he's trying to get a bit of momentum. But it is the Ascension who are controlling this one. Victor not able to tag in Connor there. And now Mark Henry again. What's he thinking about? Oh! launches his head right into Connor there. And Mark Henry now, is he going to look to tag in Kane? He's slowly but surely getting to the corner. Big time tag now. Here comes Kane. Kane into this match now. And the big red monster has a chance to put Connor away here. Launches him back. Takes him down. Kane has a big chance. You can see Mark Henry, he's down. He gave everything he had in that opening stint in this matchup. And he was in there for a long time. Kane, though, he might be looking to get Henry back in there. Not a good idea as Connor takes him down. Kane now in real trouble. Mark Henry is a bit groggy, a bit slow. So Kane could get caught. He won't have the support and the assistance by his partner. So Kane has to make sure he doesn't get himself in a pinning predicament here, because I get the feeling that he will get pinned. Because Mark Henry, he's not going to come along for the save because he's endured a lot of pain. And he's given a lot in this match already. Who's now tagged back into this one. Here we go. Kane and Henry now. Some tag team work. Oh, geez, a double back body drop. Connor sent flying. And we already know the size of Kane. You get flown an extra couple of feet in the air as well. And now Mark Henry. Here we go. World's Strongest Slam. That is it. Pin him. It's over. Henry and Kane are going to do it. And oh, Victor comes in for dear life, saving the match for Connor. Mark Henry coming back into this one and making an impact. His first stint, not so great. The second one, very, very good. The World's Strongest Slam would have beaten anybody. But luckily for the Ascension, they're still in it thanks to Victor saving the day. The big man Kane's going to have some problems getting in there and stopping Victor before he can get to the pinning predicament and break it up, because Kane obviously 7 feet tall. You can see already Victor's in and broken it up before Kane can even get into the ring. That's just the speed of Victor there, and Kane obviously has the size, and now Kane has a hold of Connor, and Mark Henry's able to take advantage. Some good tag team work there by Kane and Henry. They really are starting to expand their tag team arsenal here and use a lot more tag team works in their game, tag team moves in their game, I should say. And now Henry countering Connor here. Henry's looking really good at the moment. The Ascension in some big trouble. Kane and Henry, I think, are going to win this match. Here is the opportunity to win. And again, Victor saving the day. Connor was in some real strife, but he still survives. And this time, big shoulder block, taking down Henry, going for the cover now. Kane breaks it up. This time, Kane was able to get in there quickly. Notice when it was Henry in a bit of trouble, Kane got in there a lot faster. Henry now launched into the corner. This is not good for Henry after all the momentum that Henry and Kane built. The Ascension are about to take it, and this is the move that they've won many matches with. Both men launching themselves at Mark Henry, and now Kane rolling into the ring to break it up, but it's going to be too late. Kane just a tad too late, and the Ascension win again. Ascension, they were the rightful #1 contenders. They had to re-earn it. They've done it tonight. They've just survived, just barely, against Mark Henry and Kane. Soon to be a team name. We don't know what it's going to be, but you guys make sure you do vote for it. It's either going to be, well, it's not going to be Melting Chocolate. Maybe we'll call it Melting Chocolate for today for CPE. Melting Chocolate. Almost getting, it's just ridiculous. The Ascension come away with a win over Kane and Henry. And Cesaro and Kid meet your new challengers. The former tag team champions are going to have their rematch at the Elimination Chamber. And alrighty, folks, speaking of tag team champions, here is our World Tag Team Champions over on SmackDown, the Usos. Big chance for them here tonight to show us what they can do, and they've been, oh my god, they've been unstoppable. I mean, you talk about a dominant team. The Usos, they have beaten the whole damn division on SmackDown. Who the hell is left that the Usos haven't beaten? I mean, the most dominant team we've seen in a long time, the Wyatt family couldn't even knock off the Usos. That's how good the Usos have been. So tonight, an open challenge. Who is going to accept the challenge and take on the Usos tonight? We're about to find out. Who's it going to be? Oh, are you kidding? Yes, it is! The Dudley Boys! They're back! The Dudleys are back! It's finally happened! The Dudley Boys have finally returned to Monday Night Raw! And they're back tonight to take on the Usos! Last time we saw them was a losing matchup against the Ascension, and they're back tonight, and they're going to take on the other set of tag champs, the Usos versus the Dudleys. Oh yes, it's about to happen, folks. This is a big challenge for the Usos now. We talked about how they've dominated the whole division. Well, they haven't dominated these two guys yet. The Dudleys are back, the most decorated team in WWE history, and they're here tonight to take on the Usos, who are the longest reigning World Tag Team Champions in Universe Mode history. The Usos, dominant is the best way to describe them. Straight away, Bubba Ray Dudley making a big impact. And last time we saw the Dudleys, we saw them in old school Raw. They had a matchup against the Ascension and they won. And then they versed the Ascension a few weeks later and they lost. And the Ascension did go on to win the tag titles and become a very, very dominant team. So the Dudleys didn't exactly lose to any, let's just say scrubs, for lack of a better word. But the Dudleys, we haven't seen them since. But here's a big challenge for them now. You know, they're coming up against the World Tag Team Champions, the Dudleys. Well, we need to find a new Tag Team Champion, number one contenders for the Tag Team Champions. The Dudleys win tonight. They straight away throw their name right into the mix. And Bubba Ray with a big powerbomb. Great start to this one for the Dudleys by Bubba Ray. Devon is pumped. He wants in this matchup. And Bubba Ray again with another powerbomb. Showing his power and strength right now. And straight away the tag is made. And now the Usos trading places. Bubba Ray taken down with a nice suplex there. So the Usos, the White family, they dominated. They just recently knocked off the Miz and Sandow. I know they've beaten the Lucha Dragons in the past. And I mean, Golden Stardust just coming over from Raw to SmackDown haven't exactly set the world on fire yet either. So there hasn't really been that one standout team to take on the Usos. The Inspirational Express, Bo Dallas and Adam Rose, been a bit patchy themselves, and they're kind of thinking about singles as well at the same time. So their mind is a bit all over the place as Devon Dudley enters this one. Alrighty, so Devon, he's still got the glasses on. He hasn't taken them off. I don't think it's really going to worry him. He's going to perhaps put somebody through a table and look pretty damn cool doing it at the same time. Why not? I mean, I wish I could do that. It'd be pretty cool, pretty awesome. So Devon in there right now with the Usos. So this is a big challenge. Like I said, you know, they've beaten every other team there is to beat. But you bring in a new team and straight away you start to doubt yourself. Especially a team like the Dudleys that have won so many matches throughout their career. You bring them in and, I mean, you have to wonder, can we beat these guys? Jimmy Uso in there right now with Devon, who's, gets taken down with a DDT and creates a little bit of separation for his team, does Jimmy. But Devon, we know he's well experienced. He's got plenty of moves in his arsenal that can take down Jimmy Uso. So I've got to be saying the Dudleys have to be the favorite in this one. But, you know, like I said, you have to kind of doubt yourself. If you're the Usos, you've beaten all these other teams, but you're bringing a new team straight away. You haven't really seen too much of them. And when you have seen some of them, they've been pretty good on one night and very, very good, but just not quite good enough on the next. So you have to wonder, can we beat them? Oh, a springboard crossbody. That's a pretty good move from Jimmy. That's a nice way to build up to a victory there, as Devon is currently down. So the Dudleys here, cannot believe it. The Dudleys are back here on Raw, and I suppose if they win tonight, they might be officially mainstays on the SmackDown brand. And we know we've needed another tag team on SmackDown. So that'll be very, very exciting to have the Dudleys back and competing full-time on SmackDown. Let's make it happen, Edge. Hopefully Edge can make the signature happen and get Bubba Ray and Devon back on SmackDown, as Bubba Ray in there right now with Jimmy Uso. And Jimmy, pretty good timing there as, this time he gets taken down. And Bubba Ray countering and striking away, doing it in style as well. Bubba Ray, big shots there, lefts and rights to Jimmy Uso. And against the ropes now is the Usos. And Bubba Ray almost sent over the top rope. He hangs on though. And Jimmy thought about a tag. He still might be going for it. He will. Yes, he will. Tags in Jay. And a big tag. And a very important tag, I think, there. I think that one had to happen. Because they were just getting on top of the Usos just then were Devon and Bubba Ray. So now Jay's into this one. So this is a chance for Jay to show us what he can do against Bubba Ray. Obviously, huge size difference here between the two teams. The Usos love to fly, and these two guys, Bubba Ray and Devon, like to get a little bit extreme and like to brawl. So, big challenge here for the Usos is now taken down as Devon. So the Usos against the Dudleys right now, and knee drop to follow it up as well. Devon is down. Jimmy and Jay. I was going to say he's going to go for this super kick, but he kicked him right in the midsection instead. And luckily for Devon, who's able to get the hell out of there. Bubba Ray back in now. So Bubba Ray is going to try and use the size advantage as he has, but there it is. Straight away the speed of Jay able to take down Bubba before he can really set himself up for anything there. And this time the big kick right on the button. Bubba Ray back up. Counters Jay there. He scouted him up pretty well. And Jay back up to his feet. Bubba Ray, here we go, takes him down, follows it up. Uh-oh. Trouble now for Jay. Bubba Ray showing off his power. And he's pumped up at the same time. Big opportunity for the Dudleys. They have to win this match. And here we go. Bubba Ray with those elbows. Bit of vintage Bubba Ray there. Beautiful stuff now by the Dudleys. We're going to try and win this matchup. And you get the feeling if the Dudleys do not win this match, will they earn themselves a contract? We saw the same situation with, well, dare I say it, Rey Mysterio. And Bubba Ray using one of the Usos move, the Samoan drop, and a 2 count. So dare I say it, we saw Rey Mysterio, he only got one shot, and that was it. If the Dudleys lose tonight, they may not get another opportunity, and they may not earn themselves a contract here. I know Raw did not give them a permanent contract. SmackDown may, though, that they're going to have to win this match tonight and try and get themselves a permanent spot on the SmackDown roster. But if they lose, that huge opportunity that they have goes begging. And we know the Dudleys will want to win this match more than anything right now. And not only that, if they win, World Tag Team Championship opportunity might just be in their grasp. As now Bubba Ray puts Jay into the corner. Jay might need to look for a tag. He's been in here for a while. The Dudleys have been doing some frequent in and out tags, which is really the key to victory. But at the moment, Bubba Ray in some trouble. And he kicks out, powers out of that one. So not enough yet by Jay, who tried to put big Bubba Ray down. Bubba Ray the counter there. Clotheslining Jay Uso. And cheap shot there by Jimmy. And Bubba Ray a little bit stunned there, and that's allowed enough of an opportunity for Jay to get the tag. In comes Jimmy Uso. And down goes Devon and Bubba Ray. So well done there by Jimmy, who struck Bubba Ray, allowed his partner to have just enough opportunity to go for the tag. It worked. Hits the suplex. Could be it. Usos are going to do it again. Kicks out at 2. Bubba Ray still in this matchup, but for how much longer though? Great tag team work for the Usos. I'm kind of impressed by that. Surprised that they were able to pull that off. The tag had to happen, and they were just able to make it happen. As now Bubba Ray, I think, needs to tag out. He's going to think about it, and he does. He's a little hesitant at first, but he went for it in the end. I think he might have wanted a little bit more of of Jimmy. But now it's Devon in there. So Devon's a bit of a wild card. You don't know what to expect from Devon. He can fly a little bit. He can show us what he can do, but he loves to fight as well. Doesn't mind a bit of a punch on. And headbutt. There you go, using every part of the body there to make sure that Jimmy Uso stays down and trying to get that 3 count. And probably set him up for that big 3D later on. There's the super kick now by the Usos. It's not going to be enough. Bubba Ray just quick enough to get in there. We noticed Kane took a while to get in there last matchup. You have to say Bubba Ray is going to take a little bit longer as well. Devon into the corner now. Not good news now for Devon. Here we go. Springboard. Crossbody. Big chance now to put him away. Not going to go for it though. Perhaps that's a mistake. Devon now has a hold of Jimmy and just launches his skull right into the knee. And he kicks out at 2. Still anyone's match at the moment between the Usos and the Dudley boys. Anyone can win this one as he's taken down again. The Dudleys just need an opportunity to put One of these two away. Big chance now. Devon thinking about a tag. He's going to get it. Tags in Bubba Ray. We have to get the feeling that Jimmy probably should have went for a tag himself. Instead, he's staying in there. And Bubba Ray's in, immediately taking down Jimmy. Big chance. Oh, Luther's press by the big man. Takes down Jimmy Uso, and now a bit of color on the forehead. He's busted straight open. And it's by these lesson rights here by Bubba Ray. Bubba Ray using the power that he has behind those right hands and left hands to bust open Jimmy Uso. And this could be the beginning of the end for the Usos here. The Dudley Boys making a triumphant return here on Monday Night Raw. Here at the RAW Supershow for episode 200 of Universe Mode. Takes him down. Big chance now. Can he get to the cover and go for it? Doesn't go for it though. Instead, what's he thinking about? Oh, he's going to spin him around. Devon spinning him around and showing off his power. Alrighty, so Devon cranking out everything. We did say he was a bit of a wild card a little earlier on, and certainly that was the case. Spinning around Jimmy Uso there. Bubba Ray back in there now. Hits that elbow. Here's a second. There's a third. And, a fourth one. Those elbows right to the head. And this might just be it. And I think he might have got to the ropes there to keep this one alive. But Bubba Ray thinking about the end here. Thinking about putting Jimmy Uso away. And now trying to set him up. Here we go. The cutter. Yes. Bubba Ray with the cutter. This could be it now. 2. Yes, they've done it. The Dudley Boys have won their return match against the World Tag Team Champions. Well, you want to make a statement, you want to return in style, that's exactly the way to do it. You knock off the tag champs on your first night back, and the Dudley Boys win, and you'd have to say tag team title opportunity has to be in their future. There it was, cutting down Jimmy Uso, and 1, 2, 3. Lights out, game over. The Dudleys have won this huge matchup, and that's a big, big moment in the complexity of the tag team division over on SmackDown. What a moment! The Dudleys are back, and we're just getting started, ladies and gentlemen. We still have 2 huge matches to come here on tonight's big RAW Super Show. Wait a minute, what the? The Undertaker's back? You've got to be kidding me! Undertaker is here on Raw! The dead man, he's back! Undertaker's here! Oh, come on! Oh, come on, it's Sting again! Sting is here, making another appearance, mocking The Undertaker. And we've seen it in the last few weeks. I don't know if you guys have been paying enough attention, but I know in last episode of SmackDown, Sting had a quick little message to say, and he said time is running out. Now, if you're not really quite aware of what's been going on, if you kind of missed out or tuned out a little bit in the series, after Survivor Series, Sting issued a challenge to The Undertaker. And he said The Undertaker, he is not going to stop He's not going to stop harassing The Undertaker until he accepts his challenge. Sting wants The Undertaker at WrestleMania, streak versus career, all or nothing. And Sting basically said he is tired of The Undertaker. He's tired of being compared to The Undertaker. Every time he talks to someone, every time his career is talked about, they always mention The Undertaker's name, and he's tired of his legacy being bestowed alongside of The Undertaker's name. Sting wants to be his own man, and he's tired of The Undertaker, and he wants to finally eradicate him out of his life, put it to bed, put the misery to bed. Who is the better out of two, Sting or The Undertaker? It's 25 years in the making, but Sting decided to beat the living hell out of The Undertaker after the Survivor Series, and we haven't seen The Undertaker since, and Sting's been trying to draw him out week after week after week, but we haven't seen... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. The lights have dimmed, and this might just be the real one. Sting's in the ring. Who the hell can it be now? At least the real Undertaker can afford some pyro and some smoke. Sting couldn't. And is it gonna be him? Could it be? It is! The Undertaker is back! Undertaker is here! Sting's been trying to draw him out. Well, you got your wish. The dead man is back here on Raw. For the first time since Survivor Series, we see The Undertaker in the ring. He's approaching the ring now. Sting, he wanted Undertaker. He's gonna get him. The dead man is here. No more games. No more mocking the dead man. We saw it at the Royal Rumble. He's been sending messages since. He's been wanting the dead man to come out. And The Undertaker is finally here to address the Sting issue. What the hell is going to happen when these two men meet in the ring in a moment's time? Undertaker's here. He's got the jacket and the hat off. He means business now. He's coming into the ring. And Sting, wait a minute, Sting's not waiting around. Sting takes down The Undertaker. Well, straight away, Sting wants to fight. He doesn't want Undertaker to speak. These two men aren't about speaking and trying to sort each other out their words. Undertaker launching himself now at Sting. They want to beat the hell out of each other and sort this out physically. And oh, now Taker wants a bit of revenge. Chokeslam to Sting. Finally, The Undertaker gets some offense in. Every single time these two men have met, it's been Sting beating up The Undertaker time and time again. Night of Champions, Sting cost The Undertaker the World Heavyweight Championship. And after that, Hell in a Cell, Sting appeared and beat the hell out of Undertaker. And Taker got beat up again at Survivor Series. And Taker now getting some revenge. Taker's here on Raw, hits the tombstone, pile driver to Sting. The Undertaker finally getting revenge after months and months of being out on the shelf by the hands of Sting. Sting, you want your question answered? Well, the dead man's here to do it, and I think he said yes. We're on for WrestleMania, and now how about one more tombstone for good measure? Undertaker and Sting at WrestleMania. The streak versus career. It's all or nothing. The dead man is back, and he sent the biggest of statements to Sting. We are on. It's official, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be one of the biggest matches in Universe Mode history. Oh my goodness. Undertaker and Sting, folks. WrestleMania. Finally, Undertaker appears and we get our response. Thank goodness. I actually thought the dead man would never be back, but he's here tonight. And speaking of being here tonight, here is our Intercontinental Champion, Jack Swagger. And we are about to see one more big moment about to occur because, ladies and gentlemen, the debut of Kevin Owens. The man who's come up from NXT. SmackDown General Manager Edge has signed him to a deal to SmackDown, and straight away Edge has thrown him into the big leagues. Kevin Owens tonight faces our Intercontinental Champion, who's been a little bit hot and cold in recent times. Jack Swagger is a little bit vulnerable. Kevin Owens has a chance to capitalize on that vulnerability and challenge Jack Swagger tonight, with the winner going on to qualify for the Elimination Chamber match at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Jack Swagger, can the IC Champion just be like Dolph Ziggler and get a place in there? We saw Dolph Ziggler, US Champion, he qualified. Can Jack Swagger follow suit and be another champion in the chamber? Owens and Jack Swagger now locking up. So Kevin Owens was scheduled to face John Cena on the recent episode of SmackDown. Plans changed, of course, so instead Jack Swagger now has to deal with Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens made his debut a few weeks ago after CM Punk successfully retained his World Championship against Chris Jericho. And what happened after that is Kevin Owens came out and basically looked CM Punk straight in the eye. And we knew right there and then that Kevin Owens was coming after that World Heavyweight Championship. He didn't have to say anything, didn't have to do anything else. He just came out, looked Punk in the eye, and walked away. And straight away we knew it was on. Owens and Punk, well, it could happen at the Chamber. If not, it could happen at WrestleMania if Kevin Owens does win the Chamber match. As a nice baseball slide right into the skull of Jack Swagger. So Kevin Owens, big opportunity right now. Not only does he get an opportunity against the Intercontinental Champion, but he has a chance to qualify for the Chamber and potentially a number one Contenders or a World Heavyweight Championship matchup. We're about to find out later on as well what exactly is going to happen with Dean Ambrose. Who will he decide? And of course, our main event in tonight's show, CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, champion versus champion. And Dean Ambrose will decide which champion he will face after that match. That is going to be huge, folks, so stick around for that. Kevin Owens, big knee drop right there to Jack Swagger, takes him down. So Swagger, a little bit vulnerable, like we said a moment ago. I mean, it's been, for the most part, I mean, like we said, last month, in January, he was fantastic. He won the championship, but ever since winning the title, just been a little bit hot and cold. I mean, The Miz has picked up a win against him. I think the beat the clock challenge situation has really got into his head. His mind might not be on the game right now. And considering it as well, Swagger just won the IC championship. I don't think Jack Swagger's really got the World Heavyweight Championship in his sights at the moment. So I don't think Jack Swagger might be ready for this challenge yet. I don't think this opportunity is right in Jack Swagger's reach just quite yet. I think Jack Swagger has a little bit more work to do before he's really in the world title contention. But he has an opportunity tonight. He might prove us wrong. Kevin Owens now against the ropes, coming after Swagger, takes him down, launching himself, all his body weight onto Jack Swagger. And Owens starts this match off well. Big knee right into the back of Jack Swagger there as well. Kevin Owens, what a way to debut on SmackDown and start off your career here in Universe Mode by winning the championship at the Chamber or qualifying for a match at Wrestlemania. What a start that would be for Kevin Owens. And Owens now taken down there by Jack Swagger. Of course, Zeb Coulter banned from ringside from tonight because of the fact that Zeb Coulter got involved at the last time that Jack Swagger had a big matchup. He was going for the Intercontinental Championship, and it was against Dean Ambrose, our Royal Rumble winner. Jack Swagger defeated Ambrose, but it was really because Zeb Coulter got himself involved and helped Jack Swagger out a number of times to keep the match alive. So SmackDown GM Edge decided tonight that's not going to happen. And, oh, Jack Swagger just kicking out at 2. So Jack Swagger is all alone tonight, all by himself. And that's fair enough, I think. I think he made the right call about that one. We want to see a fair matchup. We want to see the rightful winner win this one. So Kevin Owens is the better man. He deserves to be in the chamber. Not lose the match because Zeb Coulter decided to get his, get himself involved and have a chat to the referee on the apron. I mean, Zeb Coulter likes to talk. Maybe he just wanted to ask the referee what he's having for dinner later tonight, but unfortunately he's not going to get to do that. He's going to have to wait until the match is over because he's been banned. So thank goodness for that. We don't need any of that anyway. So Owens now on his gut thanks to Jack Swagger. So Jack Swagger fighting here, putting up a good fight against Kevin Owens, who wants to make a big statement, does Owens. You don't want to lose your first match, and I'm sure Kevin Owens didn't probably think his first match was going to be on Raw. Obviously, Owens signed to SmackDown, thought he was going to be a SmackDown guy, but here on the RAW Supershow. And let me know what you guys think about the Super Shows. I think we might do one more big show before WrestleMania. Let me know if you guys would like to see that. One more hour-long special before WrestleMania, and we'll put it on SmackDown. Let me know what you guys think about that. I know we've done old school Raw. We haven't, and now the Super Show here on Raw. We haven't exactly done anything for SmackDown yet, so I kind of feel as though SmackDown's a little neglected for a big show. So let me know if you guys want to see that. Post a comment in the comment section down below and let me know. And at the moment, Kevin Owens has been taken down. Here we go again. Swagger hit the suplex. Now going to try and put him away. Not going to happen though as he kicks out at 1. Kevin Owens back to his feet a little gingerly, a little slowly, but Jack Swagger is on the offense still. Launching Owens right into the corner, folds it up with the knee. He's in a bit of a brawl right now with Kevin. And Owens trying to do everything he can to stay in this one. And how much has Jack Swagger got left in the tank? He's had some big matches in recent times. Kevin Owens is fresh. Owens is fresh and ready to go, but perhaps ring rust, not being in the ring for a while. Kevin Owens, will that be any kind of impact on his performance tonight? And Owens still kicking out, looking pretty good in my opinion. Kevin Owens is looking... Oh, wait a minute. Owens! He's setting him up for the package pile driver! Kevin Owens may have just done enough to put Jack Swagger away, but his foot underneath the rope. Jack Swagger is all but out. You can see he's barely able to get back to his feet. The damage may have been done. Jack Swagger now. Gut-wrench suplex. But Owens straight back to his feet. And now Kevin Owens launching an assault on Jack Swagger. And Owens begging for Swagger to get back to his feet. Jack Swagger struggling here. Kevin Owens heating up. Bang. Clothesline again. And now power slamming Jack Swagger down. And you can see Jack Swagger is out of it. 2. Yes. Kevin Owens picks up the win. Owens, his debut is successful and he has qualified for the Elimination Chamber. Perhaps CM Punk's worst nightmare has come into fruition. Kevin Owens has defeated Jack Swagger, and we knew Swagger, he probably wasn't ready for this challenge yet. But nonetheless, Swagger put up a good fight and he managed to stay alive. I thought this was going to be it. Right here when he hit the package pile driver, Swagger was fortunate enough to get a foot underneath the rope and stay in it. But you knew he was out of it right there. He was done. And Owens just had to hit something big after that. The big power slam. All the power and strength behind Kevin Owens in that move right there. And that was enough to pick up the win. And Kevin Owens has done it again. He's made a huge impactful debut. And his debut match is successful as well. Kevin Owens. Nice victory for him right now. And we're about to find out the situation between the World and WWE Champion when those two men are about to meet in a moment's time. But Kevin Owens qualifying for the SmackDown Elimination Chamber. Big victory for Kevin Owens. And his future could be big as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our main event. Here on the RAW Super Show, it's champion versus champion. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. The World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk. He's been champion since TLC. A couple of title defenses in between that. Punk really starting to emerge as one of the top competitors here on SmackDown. He's got a lot of great superstars gunning for that world title at the Elimination Chamber. And Punk may have to defend his title in that chamber, which will be very, very tough for Punk to do. And Punk's probably hoping that Ambrose does make the switch to Raw, so he doesn't have to defend in the chamber. But Punk's been pretty damn good. He picked up a nice victory over Christian and Jericho at the Rumble. He defeated Jericho again the next week. So Punk in some fine form. Alright, so here comes the man that really, you talk about the best of the best. Seth Rollins has to be the name that you speak, because Seth Rollins, honestly, right now is the man. Seth Rollins, in my personal opinion, is in a whole different league to anybody else here in Universe Mode. Even CM Punk. Seth Rollins is just absolutely unstoppable right now. And coming up against Punk, this will be very interesting to see which champion is the better out of the two. Rollins or Punk. The WWE Champion versus the World Heavyweight Champion. This one is underway. Punk versus Rollins. Here we go, folks. And Punk starting off with the early advantage. So this will be a very, very exciting encounter between these two. So really the situation for both men is they're kind of awaiting the next move by Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose decides these guys' fate. If Ambrose is coming over to Raw, Rollins must defend in the chamber. If Ambrose stays on SmackDown, Punk must defend in the chamber. So both these guys are going to be hoping that Ambrose goes to the opposite brand. So it's going to be a very, very tough challenge for whoever does have to defend in the chamber. 6 of the best. We've already seen the Raw Elimination Chamber lineup. It's stacked. It's a superstar lineup, and for SmackDown as well, we just found out the 4th participant in it. So it's Owens, Cena, Jericho, and Batista. So a lot of great superstars in that already. So both men have got a big, big challenge at the chamber. It's going to be a huge task for them. And honestly, I don't think whoever has to defend is going to walk out as champion. I know Seth Rollins, I know he just barely escaped at Hell in a Cell, but you just get the feeling in the chamber it's going to be just that little bit harder. And if Seth Rollins does draw an early number, it's still going to be very, very difficult for him to win. And I get the feeling that everybody might be gunning for Rollins, considering he is the champion, and he's such a well-decorated champion. He's been the best, like we've talked about. Everyone has tried their hand at beating Rollins, and nobody's been able to do it. So I think Rollins, for that matter alone, may have a very tough time in the chamber. And for Punk, well, Punk's been involved in some chambers in the past, and it's not so great for Punk. So I think for CM Punk as well, since he's a new champion, I don't think they're going to be gunning for him as much. I think perhaps, your John Cena's, your Batistas, and your Chris Jericho's might be looked at as more of the bigger threats in the matchup. But I think CM Punk as well, he's certainly on the rise. Ever since winning the world title, he's really upped his own game. So I think Punk still has a good chance of retaining himself. I wouldn't write CM Punk out completely if he does have to defend in the chamber. As Rollins sweeps down the leg of Punk there. And Punk bouncing off the ropes. Rollins not going to be able to take advantage of that one. Punk. Now Rollins now. Oh, shoulders are down. Here we go. Rollins trying to win this one. And Punk able to kick out there and stay in it. So this is just a bit of an indication of where we're at between the two brands. Who has the better champion at the moment. And I want to see, you know, as well as for Dean Ambrose, this is a chance for him to scout out his potential opponents for WrestleMania. You know, let's say CM Punk wins this one, then you might be more inclined to challenge Seth Rollins. You know, so not only are we getting a look at which champion is the better, this is a big match for Ambrose to kind of scout out who his potential opponent will be for WrestleMania. As Punk takes down Seth Rollins there. Rollins, not a great start from him. Both men, it's really been back and forth. There's, Punk swept off his feet again there by Seth Rollins now. And Rollins, kick right into the where you do not want to be kicked there by Seth. And that's really what Seth's all about. He's going to do whatever it takes to win and keep that title around his waist. I mean, you look at the guys he's beaten, you know, Triple H, The Rock, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, beaten the best of the best, add Ryback in there as well. Seth Rollins has beaten him. And he truly deserves to be the champion right now. But he's a guy who's done whatever it takes. It doesn't matter if he has to cheat to win, if he has to pick up a bit of a slimy, kind of a dirty kind of win, you know. It doesn't matter. He'll go along and do whatever it takes. If someone's beaten, you know, let's say Ryback hits the shell shock on Daniel Bryan, he's down and out. Seth Rollins is not afraid to come in and steal the pin and pick up the victory. That's the type of guy Seth Rollins is. And now, Seth Rollins went for the cover again, not able to get there. CM Punk still in this one. So Seth Rollins doesn't really care what anybody thinks about him. He's got really no integrity. He's just all about trying to win the title. Whereas CM Punk is a well-respected guy. He's a guy who's fought hard and fought very, very hard to be in the position that he's in. He's gone for a lot of bad times. Oh, here we go. Punk now reversing. Rollins now. 2. Punk now. Rollins in trouble. Oh, that was close. 2.5. Rollins still in it. Very, very close between those two men. Back and forth. This goes to show how equal both these men can be at the top of their game. And I know Rollins has been a whole different league of his own, but that's on Monday Night Raw. You bring on the best of SmackDown, the best of Raw. I reckon that it's very, very close. And there's a reason why these two guys are the world champions, because they are the best right now on their respective brands. But just finishing up on CM Punk, he's a well-respected guy. I mean, he's a guy who, you know, we looked at him for a year, and he really didn't do much, did he? He struggled for such a long time to really win any matches and really become the star that we knew he could be. In a long time, he had a lot of opportunities, and he just failed. And he really took a long time to come into his own. When he made the change over to SmackDown, he turned his career around. So you have to respect Punk. He's a guy who went for a lot of rough times to overcome that and become now the top guy on SmackDown. And now, here we go again. The cover. Oh, jeez, that was close. 2.5 there. And Seth Rollins, everything that he's touched, he's won. The tag titles, he won. Oh, Punk had a hand on the ropes there. Tag titles, he won. US title, he won. WWE Championship, he won. He's won every damn title on Monday Night Raw. So it's going to be interesting to see how he fares against SmackDown, because we haven't seen Rollins on SmackDown. I think that's something I'd like to see as well. How good is Seth Rollins? How good is he? Is he good enough to go to SmackDown and compete with the best of the best over there and beat all those guys as well? I'm not exactly sure. I wouldn't be putting my house on that. I think I'd be hesitant to bet on that, because I think Rollins, whilst he's been incredible on Raw, I think there's some tough opponents on SmackDown that could get the better of him. And certainly someone like Dean Ambrose, who's been on the rise, may not be quite ready for Seth Rollins just quite yet. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Pedigree. I was not expecting that. And Seth Rollins with the pedigree on CM Punk. But you can see both men are out of it. Rollins hasn't got much left in the tank, and both men can't capitalize. Punk is down after pedigree. He's trying to get back to his feet. Rollins just getting up there now. He's not able to capitalize and put Punk away. He had an opportunity to beat CM Punk right there, and now Punk's scouting him out. And now able to take advantage of a... Oh, no, he's not. I was going to say he's going to take advantage of Seth Rollins taking too much time, but he's not able to really do that, as Rollins now going for the pin again. Punk kicking out. So perhaps Dean Ambrose might not be ready for one of these guys yet, but he's on the rise. And I think he's going to give either one of these guys a run for their money. As Seth Rollins now flying off the top. off the second rope, I should say. And Seth Rollins showing his aerial maneuver there. And he's going for it again. Flying over the top rope this time. And hits the knee. Didn't quite get all of it, I don't think. He hit the back of CM Punk. But I don't think it really did as much damage as he was kind of hoping for. It wasn't like a John Cena trying to stunner that he didn't get over. It wasn't that bad, but he didn't really get too much of that knee. And Punk now, taking down Rollins again. So it was Seth Rollins who had the chance to win, but all of a sudden it's gone back and forth. He's still in it. He's fighting for his life, but he's still in it. And now Rollins, wait a minute, what's Rollins thinking? Oh, a powerbomb to the outside. And that might be it. Cue the fat lady. Get the vocal cords ready. It's over. After that powerbomb, there's no way Punk wins this match. Seth Rollins is going to win for sure. He just has to do something big in here right now, but Punk's still in it. The resistance, the resiliency here from CM Punk. He's still in this match, but for how much longer? That powerbomb, the pedigree earlier on. Rollins is on fire right now. Punk just trying to survive. And, wait a minute. Here we go, shoulders down. Here we go. Punk's going to do it. Punk's going to do it. No, Rollins countering. Shoulders down. He got it. Rollins got it. Rollins escapes. Rollins just wins. Rollins escapes for dear life. Rollins just winning. And here, oh man, CM Punk nearly caught Rollins, but it was the counter and the reversal by Rollins. Probably grabbed the tights too, we couldn't quite see on the other side, but Rollins just escaping. He probably deserved to, and here it was. See, the shoulders are down for Rollins right there, but Rollins, he kicked out and he still had enough momentum to reverse it, and there it was. And Punk kicked out half a second too late. Rollins wins the match, but geez, that was close. Seth Rollins, he put up a hell of a fight. CM Punk kept fighting back, but Rollins comes away with the win here tonight. Bragging rights does go to Seth Rollins. A big victory for him, and well, we knew he was coming out to tell us his decision, and we're about to find out. This year's Royal Rumble winner and the former Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose is about to make a decision about his future. Will it be Seth Rollins who just won that match? He has so much history with Seth Rollins, or will he stay on SmackDown like his advocate Paul Heyman has advised him to do? Will Dean Ambrose go against Heyman's wishes and go to Raw, or will Ambrose stay on SmackDown and go after CM Punk? Rollins is in the ring. Ambrose, he's going in straight in the face of Seth Rollins. Is this on? I think Ambrose has made his decision. Ambrose straight in the face of Seth Rollins. He's about to these two men are about to lock up. And no, wait, Seth Rollins backing away. Oh, he wants nothing to do with Dean Ambrose just quite yet. I think Ambrose has made his intentions clear. He wants Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania. It is on. Seth Rollins will have to defend his championship at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. And he will have to take on... Seth Rollins coming back in for more, is he? Seth Rollins is livid though. He's frustrated. He can't believe it. He's going to have to defend at the Chamber against Triple H, Sheamus, Ryback, Roman Reigns, and of course, the United States Champion, Dolph Ziggler. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much again for joining us for a huge RAW Super Show. It's going to be Rollins versus Ambrose potentially at WrestleMania. Ambrose is going to Raw. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you do leave a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe as well for more Universe Mode action coming up soon. One more episode to go before the Elimination Chamber. Of course, guys, if you do want to get the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view and pay-per-views in the future, you have to sign up to the Patreon. You will get yourself the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view a couple days earlier than everybody else by pledging just $1. Support the channel and help me keep giving you guys more Universe Mode content faster, better, and sooner. So guys, check that out, the link in the description down below. Thanks guys for watching so much. I really appreciate all the support. 200 episodes, that's phenomenal. Thank you so much guys, and we'll see you next episode.